Good morning, guys. I am in the bell tower. I'm about to go up the stairs. A whole heck of a lot of stairs. So join me as I kill my legs. I'm gonna record this all, but just so you see what, can you see that the stairs are like? It's pretty dark. Here, I'll just go like this. Can you see? Do all the way up to the top. Wish me luck. The burn. I made it to the top. I didn't die. There's your view. Do you see that through the wires? Quite something, isn't it? I'll get a view from the other side too. Here's a view from the other side, the right side of where I first showed you. So I'll just try and get out of your way. Hello. There we go. Just turn. And then there's. Okay, and here's directly across from where I was the first time. That building right there is the Domo. That's where I have an appointment to go this afternoon. I'm not sure if the sunlight is picking it up properly or not. There we go, that's better. Yeah, so that's the Domo. I'm gonna go there this afternoon when it opens up. That's when my time is booked. And then there's the other places. It's quite windy today. Now I'm gonna go check out the baptism thingy, or I don't know. I'll let you know what it's called correctly. It's a part of the pass that I got yesterday. It's good for 24 hours. So I'm gonna go see that. I'm gonna turn you around and show you the building that it actually is. I forget what it's called. I'll let you know. It's called the Baptistry. That's what it's called. So that's where we're going right now. Here we are. You walk in and you're like, holy cow, I don't want to swear in a baptism thingy. Oh, Lord have mercy. Can you imagine? Like, crikey. What? Are you seeing this? Oh, there's the windows. I'll get some close-up pictures and stuff for you guys to see later on. Hi. Ooh, that's the ceiling. So I'm just lying on the bench, looking at the ceiling. It's not so hard on the neck this way. This is my favorite ceiling of them all. All right, I guess I'll get up. Are very much, I think that's the police. It's very much present in the squares, all the different squares that you go to. They are there, which I think is great. So my appointment into the dome is at 2:15 and it's probably like 9 o'clock right now. I don't know. So I'm gonna go. Orietta mapped some places on a map that she gave me. So I'm gonna go and check those out. I think I already checked one out yesterday. That was the, the Naked People Museum. I forget what it's called. And so I think I'm gonna go down by the river, or there's a bridge So I'm gonna go check that out. I'm gonna go walk down there. Yeah, I saw it. So where I'm walking to now is called the Ufizzi. It's a museum, another museum. So I'll just walk there and show you what I'm seeing as I'm walking along. So this is a typical street. It's pretty hard to show you in the evening time when it's so busy, but it's nice and quiet right now. People just biking off to work and a few early rising tourists walking to where they want to go, like me. You know, that's about it. But this is, so I've come upon this, which looks pretty neat. I'll have to see if I'm near the Ufizzi or not. I'm just going to cross the street here as soon as it's safe to do so. And yeah. Oh, so it's the river. I made it to the river. What's that over there? Some kind of castle thingy over there. It looks like a castle anyway. What else is there? I love these buildings. Oh. Oh, nothing at the museum. Galileo. 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 So I believe I am on my way to the Ufizzi. According to the map, I am walking in the right direction. Let's just hope that they have English brochures, because I'm finding it hard to bring back English brochures to explain what they are. Okay, so I got a ticket for the Ufizzi and I'm going on a guided tour, because the other two museums that I went into, I was looking at amazing art and I had no idea what I was looking at. And so at least here they're going to guide me through and tell me about it. So I'm paying extra money. Of course, I go into the lineup to buy a ticket just for myself. And of course, this one guy comes up and he's like, oh, come to the guided tour, it's €54. I'm like, I don't think so. And you really have to be assertive with them because they're pushy. So then I was in the lineup and another lady comes up, another guided tour, and she's like, oh, you want to join our tour? And if you want to know about the art and stuff like that, then it's probably a good idea. Because if you're going in there looking at stuff and you don't have any idea what you're looking at, then it's kind of like, oh, that's cool, but I don't know anything of what I'm looking at. So it's kind of, I don't know, pointless almost. Another thing is the lineups here are pretty bad. First you have to get in the lineup to get your ticket. Then you have to go in another lineup to get into the actual museum. So it's 9 o'clock right now, or it's 9:30, and like that's the lineup already, and it's quite a big lineup, and it's only 9:30. So I'm glad that I came here in the morning, and that I'm getting a guided tour. Save your money for the museums, guys, if you ever want to come here. That's going to be a majority of your costs besides the food. But well worth it, well worth it.
And the big paintings that you see along this corridor, they are members of the Medici family. For example, the one that you see at the end of the corridor over there, that one is Giovanni Ufizzi. Giovanni Ufizzi was the father of Cosimo the Elder, and is the one that also founded their saints. Yeah, the wings. Yeah. The missing represent moving. We had paintings with Catholic religious subjects, just to let the population understand religions.
Butchers.
Yeah, and why now you have the jewelries and not the butchers? Because If you look on top of the bridge, top of the arches, you see also that you have some windows. That one is called the Vasari Corridor. The Vasari Corridor was the private walkway for the Medici family to go from their residence, Palazzo Pitti, that is on the left, in that direction, to go directly to work here in the Ufizzi Gallery and then in Palazzo Vecchio, in the old palace.
It's the only painting in the museum from Michelangelo. The other one that they have documented is one Rome. That's of the Holy Family or the
Holy Family.
The Holy Family.
If you look, this Holy Family is quite strange because you see they form like the Holy Family here, they form like a pyramid shaped. Then you see that the dress of the Virgin Mary is very metallic, and she has muscles like a pig in Florence. We say porcellino in English, yeah, the piggy. According to the tradition, if you touch the nose of the piggy, you will come back to Florence. So if you want to come back to Florence, you have to
Go touch the piggy sometime.
yeah, the one that you have in the market.
In the market?
You have like Horino, to the leather market now, and then in the side you have that statue, but it's a fountain. The language here was Latin. In the 1200s and in the 1300s, Latin was just a written language. And they wrote the Divine Comedy with the dialect that we spoke in Florence. This painting is not by Leonardo anyway, this is by Verrocchio. Verrocchio was the master of Leonardo, and Verrocchio was a great master. He was also the master of Botticelli. Verrocchio gave the opportunity to the best artists to work in his painting. And here Leonardo, when he was very young, painted the face of the angel that you see on the left side. When Verrocchio saw the face of the angel, he understood that Leonardo was a talent. The Annunciation by Leonardo. It was done here we are in the second half of the 1400s. Leonardo was quite young, he was 20 years old more or less. And here you see that you have the angel that is just landed. Then you see the Virgin Mary, she's like this, because she's shocked. Imagine if in an angel palace you have the Boboli Garden, here you see the dome, the cathedral, the baptistry and the bell tower, and here you see the San Lorenzo Church, the church of the Medici family. The dome that you see there, that one is there you have the Medici chapels, where the Medici family, where the members of the Medici family are buried. Exactly down there. Then you see Santa Croce. Santa Croce is famous because it's like Westminster Abbey in London. There, the famous Italian people are buried there. Not all the famous Italian people. So here you see that you have the dramatic feeling. This is the style of Caravaggio. The real name Michelangelo Medici, but the nickname Caravaggio. You remember before I told you about the nicknames?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So here you have the dramatic feeling because Caravaggio represented the exact moment when Perseus had the head of the monster, of Medusa, you know, when she looked someone, they became stone.
So the angel is behind him, and he's saying, no, stop.
Yeah, you see that he's holding the arm of a diamond. And then here you see the child. And,
The child, and that's Isaac.
Yeah. Sacrificio di Isacco, Isaac is the child.
Oh, Isaac's the...
Yeah.
But the countryside and the buildings are not very Old Testament.
No, of course. Here you have
It's like the Tuscany.
something Tuscany. Yeah, here you have Tuscany. In this case,
The god of wine.
yeah. But you see that it's a man from the body. You see the muscles.
Oh, that's a woman? Yeah, it's a woman.
It's a man.
It's a man.
If you look at the face, it seems like
A woman.
A woman. It's a bit feminine. Anyway, you see him that he's giving to you a cup of wine, a glass of wine. But at the same time, here you have a message, because if you look at the fruits, it's not in a good condition. You see that it's a bit brown.
Yeah.
Because here you have a message. Okay, I'm back. I say, drink wine, but be careful, because if you drink too much, you're going to be like the fruits.
So I'm done the tour. I'm very glad that I spent the money on the tour. I wouldn't have known what I was looking at. I wouldn't have known the meaning or the significance behind any of the artwork of, you know, Michelangelo or Leonardo da Vinci. I wouldn't have known. So I'm very glad, and if you ever do come here and you want to take a guided tour, just be very picky about who you take and be comfortable with the amount of money that you're spending on a tour guide, because they will try and gouge you. And so just find a company that is at a price that you're comfortable paying, because they are quite pushy, so just beware of that. So now I'm going to take you to see the copy of David. The real David is in a museum just down the road somewhere, but I'm not going to go see that. So we'll just take a look at some sculptures. Viewer discretion is advised. And one thing that he explained in the museum is that their hands. The hands are out of proportion because they were meant to be viewed from high up in the cathedral. And so when they come down, for us to see, their hands are a lot bigger. And that's why it's out of proportion. And I did show you guys this yesterday, because I went into that museum yesterday. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to go back to the river that I showed you guys, and I'm going to go back to a famous bridge that, sorry, you just started. Anyways, I'm going to go back to the famous bridge that I took from in the museum. I'm going to go there. And then I'm going to head my way back to the cathedral to go in the dome. This is the lineup to get in. That lineup over there is the lineup to get tickets. And then once you have tickets, then you have to come into this lineup and you have to get in the line to get in. So it's just a bunch of lineups. So, keeping us safe. Keeping us safe. So that there is the famous bridge. It's the one of the only original bridges in Florence. And all full of jewelry shops. Now I'm not sure if I recorded it or not, but the windows you see up top, that is the walkway that the wealthy family used to get from over there to over here. And long ago, those used to be butcher shops, and so they didn't like the smell of a butcher, obviously, so that's why they changed it to jewelry shops. They asked that they just became jewelry shops, so then they didn't have to put up with the stench of, you know, dead meat. So that's what it is today. So I am on the famous bridge, and that bridge there is a bridge that was designed by Michelangelo, I believe. Is that what he said? And it was destroyed in like battle. And they took the stone that was made, the same stone, and they rebuilt it exactly the way he had designed it. So although it's a rebuilt bridge, but exactly the same way as Michelangelo had designed it and built it with the exact same stone.